Sarah, Michelle, and I think it'd be so much fun. I mean, none of us have ever been.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Michelle said Rod would never go for it. She said he told her he's not really into farmers markets and things like that.
Yeah, it's good, dear.
But Sarah said she could pressure Matt into it. Well, I said I think it won't be an issue for Todd. What do you think, honey?
Yes!
I told him a Saturday outing with friends at a farmer's market would not be a problem for my Todd. Thanks, babe. Oh, I better go call Sarah.
Saturday. Where? Hmm.
Todd, shut your eyes. Shut your eyes!
What's she up to?
Okay, keep them shut. Well, what do you think?
What do I think? What do I think about what? Is that a new dress? No, it's her hair. Is that a new hairdo? She got her teeth whitened. Is that it? Lord help me here. Honey, I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say.
Oh, Todd, you're the best.
Kids are finally asleep.
Good. What?
Nothing?
What's that I smell?
Oh, it's probably the mood candles.
Mood candle?
Yeah, I picked some up last week. You know, mood candles.
Okay. Let's go with your mood candles.
Even when we connect, we don't seem to really connect.
I wish it was different.
Even when he's here, he doesn't seem to be here.
Is it possible to really love someone? You know, be together yet still feel emotionally alone?
We've been to a lot of marriage retreats.
6 months later, we're back to where we were.
I'm looking for how we can connect more emotionally.
I know some things need to change.
A deeper, more emotional intimacy is what I really want.
Isn't that what we all want? And that's what Called to Love is all about. It's designed to lead you into a deeper, more meaningful relationship with your partner, regardless of where you are on that journey.
There was some baggage that we brought into our relationship that we just didn't know what to do with.
I would say this is a marriage retreat, no question, but it really impacts every level of relationship.
We've been married for 10 years, and Brad didn't know what my intimacy needs were, but I didn't know his either.
And when I began to realize that Liliana had real relational needs, it began to change us.
The idea of relational needs is also awesome because you're able to see how your partner is made up and you're able to find practical ways to really love your partner better.
Being a pastor, being someone who has been to everything, I've seen it all. My expectation for what this experience potentially was going to be was completely turned on its head.
So the idea of aloneness I had never heard before. That was revolutionary to me, and that changes the way that I think about my relationship with Andrew.
Whether in a group class, small group, or going through it as a couple, Called to Love will give you the tools to know how to more intimately know one another, remove each other's aloneness, and bring healing to past relational hurts that so often hinders intimacy.
I shared a moment with him where we had to talk about a childhood hurt that, had never really been dealt with.
I felt a deep sense of hurt for my wife that I'd never felt before, because I saw her and really felt what she felt in that moment.
Going back and looking at relational hurts is something that Shane and I haven't done before. And even this weekend, I've heard stories from her that I hadn't ever heard before. It gave me an opportunity to hug her, to empathize with her, and even at one point I started crying with her, and that's not something that I'm used to doing at all.
While the following is a reenactment, the story is true, narrated by the actual husband.
Based on what we've just discussed, let's experience it as couples. Now, we're going to take turns sharing a sad or a painful experience from your childhood.
I was one of those husbands that just did not know how to deal with the past hurts of his wife. Her father beat her severely just for the mere fact that she didn't respond fast enough. She would talk to me about that. I would just say, you gotta forgive him and forget it and move on.
Now, as your spouse shares a painful memory, be sure to comfort.
This isn't offering advice or giving a pep talk.
Just give loving.
And so we got off to the side, and I thought to myself, I can't do this. And yet, about 2 weeks before that, Vicki was going through her albums, and she showed me a little picture. She was about 5 years old, and she was just excited, and she said to me, "That's the last time I ever remember feeling excited." So I wanted to help. I said to her that night, I'm really not comfortable with this. I want to help you. I want to do this. I'm just not sure I know how to do it. I could tell she was disappointed. And I looked at her and I said, really, I want to do this, because when I think of that little girl and what she went through, it just breaks my heart. Tears began to stream down her face. I embraced her, and that's the first time in my life I ever comforted my wife. It's happened a lot of times since, but that was the breakthrough.
Whether you have suffered childhood pain or marital hurts, Called to Love will lead you toward healing and a deeper relational connection. Your journey will be rooted in Scripture and a love like Jesus kind of love.
It's been amazing to learn to comfort one another. Now we have connected so much more emotionally.
We have a strategy now to take care of our hurts.
This was definitely life-changing.
I believe it's made our marriage stronger just in a day.
This has changed how we see God. It's changed how God sees us. It's changed how we see one another. It has not only changed our marriage, it has changed our kids. It's changed how we parent. It's changed how we love.
Invest in your marriage and those of your friends. Sign up for your Called to Love course now. Called to Love offers healing to your past, joy for your present, and security to your future.